Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, glory to Yahawashi.
Yahawashi.
Double honors to the apostles. And salutation, brothers, done this thing with sincerity and truth and with charity. I don't know how bright it is, man. Basically going into the gods these nations serve idols, man. And Jake following after these heathens. Guess what they following after? Idols, man. In fact, I got a quick precept for you real quick, man. And really, that goes for anybody not teaching the proper doctrine, for that matter, man.
Okay.
You're serving after idols, man. You're serving after devils, man. Let me hit this precept real quick. Salaki. This is 1 Corinthians. Hold on. Okay. 1 Corinthians 10. And I'm going to start at verse just 20 to point. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils. So if you mix it, even if you call yourself an Israelite, hell, even if you call on Yahawashi, if you saying Cornelius is an Edomite, you're mixing the Lord's cup with the cup of devils. You're following after devils, man. That's a doctrine that the heathens promote, man. So they can make it, man. That doctrine belongs to Cesare Borgia, man. A fucking idol. You ain't got the proper doctrine, man. You still following after devils. Okay? That's the whole point he said. You can't mix it. Alright.
I got a precept to back you up. Because just a little side note, right there it says the Gentiles sacrifice unto devils, which that's what the fucking heathen actual nations did, which Israel learned their ways and did, right? This is Deuteronomy 32. I'm gonna start at 16. I'm gonna start at 15. It says, but Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked. Thou art waxing fat, thou art grown thick, thou art covered with fatness. Then he forsook the Most High which made him, and lightly esteemed the rock of his salvation. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. So it goes back to the Corinthians with the Gentiles sacrifice unto devils, man. You know? And that's what the Israelites were doing, and that's what made the Israelites Gentiles, following after these nations and their gods. As it says, what's that, brother? 1 Corinthians 12?
12 and 2.
Yeah, you became Gentiles through these idols, even as you were led from serving these idols, man. You know? With your brother holding, you holding that song, yeah?
I got that.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalms 96:5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens.
Right, so we have the only true living power, man. You know, all the gods of these other nations are idols, as the scripture says. Go ahead with that precept you had.
This 1 Corinthians 12 and 2. Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carry away into them dumb idols, even as ye were led.
Right, and that's what made Jake Gentiles, man. Following after these idols. You know, Jesus Christ is an idol. Krishna is an idol.
Yahweh. Yahuwah.
That's right, bro.
All right. Yahshua.
Shai. Yeah, because the scriptures say it talks about worshiping in spirit and in truth. Yahweh is not the truth. Yeshua is not the truth. Jesus is not the truth. Allah is not the truth. Buddha is not the truth. You know, Hare Krishna is not the truth. You know, let me hit this. This is Deuteronomy 7. Where is that? It said he severed us from.
Leviticus 20.
Well, could you find it while this is Deuteronomy 7. I'll just start at the top. It says, when the Lord thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and has cast out many nations before thee. So this is when we left out of Egypt and we were in the wilderness. And before we got to our land, the promised land, Israel, it was some nations already there. All right, but he had spied that land for us. It was our land. All right, and they just went in while we were in captivity in Egypt. All right, but the Lord said he espied that land for us. It was our land. All right, so when we were in the wilderness going to the promised land, he told us, verse 7 and 1, Deuteronomy 7 and 1, when thou Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Havites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. You got that? Read that with me.
This is Leviticus 20 and 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I Yahweh am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine.
All right. So he has severed Israelites from other people. So it's always should have been segregation. It never should have been integration. All right. So, but we were in captivity, you know. So it says back in Deuteronomy 7 and 4, because in Leviticus he just got that he has severed us from other nations, so that we should be a separate people. Why?
It's lucky. If I can land back off you, it goes back to Jake following after their gods, because the Lord said, "I shall give you up to your lovers."
Yep.
And then He sent us under the hand of whoever we was loving.
That's right. That's right. But Deuteronomy 7 and 4 says, "For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods." So we wasn't supposed to deal with them other nations. Why? So we wouldn't be tempted to serve their gods. Like, oh, that's what they do. Ooh, that look cool. And ooh, God, you serve. Oh, and I can do that. Oh, I'm able to do this. Ooh, I can do that.
They shave their beards.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh, they get lineage. Ooh, then it'd be real smooth. Oh,
They had mark on his body.
oh, they got tattoos. You know, all type of stuff that would tempt entice Israelites to serve their gods. That's why we were always supposed to be separate from them. So in our land, he wanted us separate, and don't fuck with these other nations like that, so you wouldn't serve their gods. So even when we in captivity, we're supposed to separate ourselves from their gods. You know what I'm saying? You got something?
No, go ahead.
Okay, because in Psalms 106, and I'll start at 34. It says, "They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them." And I just got you the scripture in Deuteronomy where he commanded us to destroy the nations. It says 35. But not only did we not destroy them, 35 it says, "But were mingled among the heathen, and learned their works, and served their idols, which were a snare unto them." All right? Them serving other gods, which are idols made up. All right? Because like the scripture he brought out in Psalms, what was that? 96. It said all of the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. There's only one true and living power. All right, and that is the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The power of the Israelites, which is Yahweh. And if we go to serve somebody else, no matter where we at, all right, it's a snare unto us. It's a trap. And when you get trapped, ultimately you get death. All right? You get in the like a little mouse getting a little mouse trap. They don't get in there to have fun and live. No, they get in there, trap, and ultimately die. And that's what's going to happen to you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that's serving other gods. That's idols, made up. Shit just made up. Because there's only one true and living power. Somebody, you got something?
No, you want to keep going in that Psalms up?
That's 106, right?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. This is back in Psalms 106 and 36 now. It says, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils.
Which goes back to the Corinthians and Deuteronomy. Go ahead, bro.
And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan.
It goes back to what you just read about kill all they has.
It says, and the land was polluted with blood.
It's Leviticus 19:3. It say, no, it's a lot 4. It say, turn ye not into idols, nor make to yourself multiple gods. I'm in the Lord your power, man. So we don't for the worship of God, man. We don't even for the go for it or come into their doctrine. Period. Not at all. That's not what the Lord told us, man. He said, come into Yahawashi. He is our true power, man. Y'all got some more?
Go ahead, bro. You got Psalms 115? You can start at the top on that.
This is Psalm 115 and 1. Not unto us, O Yahweh, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is now their power? But our power is in the heavens. He had done whatsoever he had pleased.
Right. Our power is in the heavens. And the Lord doeth whatsoever he pleased, man. So the Lord, our power controls everything. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Their idols are silver and gold, the works of man's hand.
Right. So Psalms 96 just said the gods of the nations are idols. So it just said their idols are silver and gold, the work of men's hands. Go ahead.
They have mouths, but speak not. Eyes have they, but they see not. They have ears, but they hear not. Noses have they, but they smell not. They have hands, but they handle not. Feet have they, but they walk not. Neither speak they through their throat.
Right, because they're works of men's hands. They're not alive. Go ahead, bro.
They that make them are like unto them. So is every one that trusted in them.
Right. You know, so if you trust in an idol, you know, hey, you as dead as that idol. You know? You as dead as that idol. I got Wisdom of Solomon 15. It's a lot in 15. Wisdom of Solomon 15 and verse 3. It says, for to know thee, to know Yahawashi is perfect righteousness. Yea, to know thy power is the root of immortality. For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us. And what's that mischievous invention? Those idols, man. It says, nor an image spotted with diverse colors, the painter's fruitless labor. So us brothers in the know, us brothers that worship the true power, Yahawashi, you're not going to be deceived by a false idol, man. By something that's flattering to your eyes, right? Verse 5. The sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image that have no breath. Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. For the potter tempering soft earth fashioneth, for the potter tempering soft earth fashioneth every vessel with much labor for our service. Yea, of the vessels, it says, yea, of the same clay he maketh both the vessels that serve for clean uses, and likewise also such as serve to the contrary. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. And it's going to go into basically you go into the woods and chop down a tree. With the same tree, you make a table. You make a little play horse for your child, but with the same wood, you turn it into a god and worship it. How fucking foolish is that? It says, verse 8, and employing his labors lewdly, he maketh a vain god of the same clay. Even he which a little before was made of earth himself, and within a little while after returneth to the same out of the which he was taken.
Right, so you yourself were made from the fucking ground. So you think you finna go to the ground, make something else, you can't even give a spirit to your own life, like the scriptures say, was lent unto you, you know, so you can't make a God unto yourself. So you can't make it, you can't take that dirt and put a living spirit into it, man. You yourself came from the fucking dirt, man. How are you making something from the dirt of God? But yourself came from it. Something from the earth. Because all the materials of the earth we have in our bodies. So how you gonna take something from the earth and turn it into a God, man? The same shit we made from.
Yeah.
That's madness. And they got, and the one thing they got that you got that make you, they even got, man, a spirit that was lent to your ass.
Yes.
Mother ain't got no spirit.
That's the spirit, right? Because the end part of this says, when his life which was lent him shall be demanded. You know, so your own life was lent you.
Let me this bell up to down there.
God. It says, notwithstanding, his care is not that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short, but striving to excel goldsmiths and silversmiths, and endeavoring to do like the works in brass, and counterfeit his glory to make counterfeit things. You know, which goes back to what we were talking about in class, about, hey, this idol is big business, man. It goes back to Acts when, I believe it's the 19th chapter with Demetrius.
Right, between heaven, Diana.
Mm-hmm. It says, his heart is ashes, his hope is more vile than the earth, and his life of less value than clay. And these are the people who worship idols, man. It says, for as much as he knew not his maker, and him that inspired into him an active soul, and breathed in a living spirit, but they counted our life a pastime, and our time here a market for gain. For say they, we must be getting every way, though it be by evil means. For this man that of earthly matter maketh brickle vessels and graven images, knoweth himself to offend above all others. I'm going to jump down. No, I'm going to keep reading. It says, and all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish and are more miserable than very babes. For they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor the noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle, and as far as their feet they are slow to go, which the brother just read in Psalms 119. It says, for man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. But no man can make a god like unto himself. So you are made of the earth, but yet you have what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like you're active, you know. But yet you make this idol of the earth, the same earth you made of, but you can't give this life. So that's what it's saying. You can't make a god like unto yourself. It says, for being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with wicked hands. For he himself is better than the things which he worshipeth. Whereas he lived once, but they never. Here you are, you alive and breathing, you worshiping something that's fucking dead. You are better than the thing you worshiping.
And that's why it's a trap.
Yep. It says, yea, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful, for being compared together, some are worse than others. Neither are they beautiful so much as to be desired in respect of beasts, but they went without the praise of the Most High and his blessing. You know, go ahead, bro.
This is Baal and the dragon 1 and 4. And the king worshipped it and sent and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own power. And the king said to him, why dost thou not worship Baal? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power, who hath created the heaven and the earth, and hath sovereignty over all flesh. Then said the king unto him, thinkest thou not that Baal is a living God? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? That's how simple the heathen is. And the Lord don't even eat or drink. In Psalms 50 said, if I was hungry, I wouldn't even tell you. And what type of God that's created everything really needs to eat and fucking drink? Need you to feed him. Need you to do this. What the fuck?
Right, did you just quote the Psalms 50?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Because I was sure I was going to re-quote it. I didn't even hear it. Because our power is the living power. He said, like the brother said, if I was hungry, I would not tell thee.
Right. This is all his. He said, like, this is all mine. He literally said that. He said, this is all mine. I don't need you to make sacrifice.
Yep.
Verse 7. Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth and called for his priests, and said to them, if you tell me not who this is that devours his expenses, he shall die. If you can certify me that Baal devoured them, then Daniel shall die, for he has spoken blasphemy against Baal. And Daniel said unto the king, let it be according to thy word. Now the priests of Baal were 70, besides their wives and children, and the king went with Daniel to the temple of Baal. So Baal's priest said, lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast and seal it with thine own signet. And tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us. I'm just keep going. And they little regarded, for under the table they had made a privy interest, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. And so these guys got to keep the dumbass king thinking that this idol's eating them when this devil and their family sneaking in. And the Lord ain't got no trigger like that. He makes it very clear that the sacrifices we do give, that it's for the priest and their family. Because the Lord, the living power, don't need that shit. Fucking assholes. So when they were gone forth, the king set meat before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they threw throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out and shut the door and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. Now the night came, and preached their wives and children as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all. Alright, I'm going to skip down to verse 23. In that same place there was a great dragon which they of Babylon worship. And the king said to Daniel, would thou also say, this is a brass? No, he liveth. He eateth and drinketh. He, this man ain't stupid, can't get right. Seeing the one idol he thought was a fucking god, see the priest eating shit. They'll say the same thing about the other idol that's there. It's fucking folly. Thou cannot say that he is no living power, therefore worship him. Then said Daniel to the king, I will worship Yahweh my power, for he is the living power. Alright? But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. King said, I give thee leave. He read through it, obviously. It was a fucking idol. He blew the damn thing up. And they said that, of course, God is the living power. Alright? But that's just what it is, man. If you worship this power, you're going to follow after his doctrine. You're going to follow his commandments. And that goes the same when you worship an idol. You're going to follow after their doctrine, man. So, which goes to the original point I made. If you're not following Yahawashi Shai 100% true, you're being idolatrous. You're not obeying his word and doing your best to do it, man. You're being idolatrous, man. And you're worshiping devils.
As Yaki said, I believe Yaki quoted it, he said, hey, the Father seeketh those to worship him in spirit and in truth. You know? So you got to worship him in truth. You got to know his true name, the true name of his son, you know, and his true doctrine, man. The way he told you to walk.
That's right. Okay, come.
And from the ancient times, it's been like this, man, and ain't nothing changed. You know, it's nothing changed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit a couple scriptures. This is Joshua 23, and I'll start at 6. It says, be ye therefore courageous to keep and to do all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, that ye turn not aside therefrom to the right hand or to the left, that ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow.
Wait. Go back 3 lines, Baba Kashab.
It says, verse 7, that ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their God.
So ain't no you can call him Jesus, you can call him Yahweh. How do you put a multiple choice on your fucking website for the name of the Lord and the name of our Lord? Alright? How do you put a fucking multiple choice, man? Just tell the congregation to pick C. That's always the right one. Pick the third one, right? Fucking asshole, man. Say don't even make mention of it.
And that's confusion.
That's right.
That's mixing. That's taking the Lord's cup and mixing it with the devil's cup.
That's right.
Teaching that Israel, teaching that the God of Israel is true power, but you're still giving them the idolatry. All right, you're still giving them the cups of fucking devils. Don't think the Lord ain't gonna fucking seek you out for that. Sloppy, brother.
No, you could. Hey, must need be said. Verse 7, it says that ye come. That ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention of the name of their gods, nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them, but cleave unto Yahweh, your power, as ye have done unto this day. For the Lord hath driven out from before you great nations and strong. But as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day. I'm going to jump down to verse 13. It says, Joshua 23 and 13, know for a certainty that the Lord thy power will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your side, and thorns in your eyes.
Hey, King David said, let that table be a snare unto them. So y'all taking the doctrines of devils, or these nations, and mixing it with the Holy Scriptures, man.
Yep. Even if you got the Bible, because right now there is doctrines of devils being taught in these churches, and being taught by the masses if they dealing with this Bible and not teaching it in truth. All right.
Yeah, can I precept you just on what you said? It's 1 Timothy 4 and 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
And here it is. We are in the latter times. We are in the latter times right now. And some are giving heed to the seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. All right? Because they have taken our book and basically misconstrued it, misinterpreted it, all right? And they're feeding you guys with the misinterpretations of this Bible, which will get you killed. It's still a snare and a trap because it's not the truth, all right? It says, verse 13, back in Joshua 23 and 13, know for a certainty that the Lord your power will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, as thorns in your eyes, until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your power hath given you. And that's what happened, because we did serve other gods, and we did perish from off the land, and we were scattered. All right. Matter of fact, yeah, let me get I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 4, and I'll start at 26. It says, I call Deuteronomy 4 and 26. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it. The same thing I just read. It says, ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, where the Lord shall lead you. That's what happened. We didn't kill off all the people of the land, and we served their idols, their gods. That was idols, that was made up. So what in turn happened? He punished us just like he said, and we got utterly, dispossessed from that land. All right, and we were scattered among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, where the Lord shall lead you. And there, in these other nations, lands, it says, and there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hand, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. But if from thence thou shalt seek Yahweh thy power, thou shalt find him. If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul. So from thence, from the other lands, the other nations' lands where he's going to scatter us, which is not our lands, we're going to be in captivity to them. He said, if we seek Yahweh, the true and living power, all right, with all our hearts and with all our soul, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, so even right now, because we are in the latter days, if thou turn, which is the Hebrew word shawab, the word turn is the Hebrew word shawab, which means return. So if thou return to the Lord thy God, Yahweh, and shalt be obedient unto his voice, for the Lord thy God is a merciful God, he will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, neither forget the covenant of thy fathers which he sware unto them. So that means even if we're going to return to Yahawashi Yahawashi in the land of our captivities, that means if we serving some other gods, that's still a snare unto us. So right now, until this day, if we being a Muslim and serving Allah, that don't have nothing to do with Yahawashi Yahawashi. So we'll be destroyed. If we serving Buddha, that don't have nothing to do with Yahawashi Yahawashi. If we serving, give me some other ones. Hare Krishna, Allah, you know, any of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It's still a snare. It's still a trap. And we have to return, all right?
Hey, do as thou wilt. That's idolatry.
Come. Yeah. Yep, because we're supposed to be following these laws, statutes, and commandments. There's no do as thy will. All right? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Judges 2:2 said, "Ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altar, but ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? Wherefore I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their gods shall be a snare unto you." And that's just basically going into the being disobedient. You know, when the Lord tells you to do something, you do it. And Jake has a hard time of not listening to the Lord, and the things that he don't listen to, those things become a trap to you, man. You know.
That's right. Somebody, you got something? No, go ahead, bro.
I got a few, so go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
All right, well, I'm going to start John 8:31. Then said Yahawashi to those Jews which believed on him, if you continue in my word, then are you my disciples indeed. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So you got to have the truth, all right? 100% truth. Is that something you don't have 100% truth? You are serving idols. You are worshiping devils, man. All right, and we're going to further prove that, man. If you're not obeying the word of the Heavenly Father, Yahawashi, you are committing idolatry and you are worshiping devils. Okay? Then answered him, we be Abraham's seed and were never in bondage to any man. How says thou you should not be made free? Yahawashi answered them, verily, verily, I say unto you, whosoever committeth sin is the servant of sin, and the servant of sin abideth not in the house forever, but the Son abideth ever. So if you are servant to sin, then you're not following Yahawashi. I said you're not abiding in the house. So what does that mean? You're dealing with other doctrines. You're going after other idols. And I got a quick one to prove that, and then I'm going to go back to that John. This is Romans 6:16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants, to obey his servants ye are, to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness. But the Most High be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered to you. So if you're not in the proper doctrine, you are serving sin. You are serving idols. Okay? You are, hey, now I'm going to skip down. verse 43. Oh shit. Yeah, 43. Why do you not understand my speech? Even but because you cannot hear my word. So if you can't hear the word, one, you're not chosen. But you're not following after the words because what did it say? You are servant to sin. You worship who? The devil. And here's the proof. Ye are of your Slakia, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. And abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own. He is a liar and the father of it. Okay? And because I tell you the truth, you believe it not. If you can't do 100% truth, it's because you are of the devil, man. You are an idolater. Alright? This is Colossians 3 and 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience. Alright? Disobedience is idolatry, man. If you're not following the true 100% doctrine of Yahawashi, you're following after idols, following after devils. Even if you know you're Israel, hey, if you call them a higher, you're being idolatrous, man. So the truth is made very clear. Are you not just sticking to the proper doctrine? You got a multiple choice for the name of the Lord. Hey, that's been idolatry, man. You're worshiping devils. You saying that Edomites or heathens can make it, or just be employees, but not like employee meaning servant. You've been idolatrous, man. You've been a devil. Okay? That's what you're worshiping, the devil.
Yeah, I'm wholesome, but it's kind of lengthy.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a couple. This is 1 Thessalonians 1 and 9. It says, "For they themselves show of us what manner of entering in we had unto you, and how ye turned to the Most High from idols to serve the true and to serve the living and true God." All right. So, man, this has been happening since the ancient times that Israel was serving idols. But he just said right here, and how ye turned. So these Israelites at one point was Gentiles, Gentile-minded, you know, and turned to the living power from idols to serve the living and true power, which that's what we should do even until this day. That's why this is Zechariah 2 and 6. It says, Ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north. All right? The land of the north is right here. North America. America, right? It says, Ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north. Not get on a plane and leave, but flee from the mentality, free from the philosophies, free from what they say is what's up, what they say is right, what they say is moral, and all their religions.
Flee from the idolatry.
That's right.
That's all America represents is idolatry.
Right. So it says, Ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. All right? And this is the daughter of Babylon here in America. We got to flee from that. All right? Because it's all kinds of nations and all kinds of idols. But there's only one true living power. All right? So it ain't no, that's your truth. Okay, that's fine. That's your truth. That's fine. That's your truth. Your religion, that's fine. Coexist. That bullshit. That's all madness. There's only one true and living power that's able to save your soul. All right? And if you're not serving that power in spirit and in truth, then it's a trap. It's a snare. And you will get a penalty. What is that?
It's a stumbling block.
That's it. That's what it is.
All praise to God.
I got Wisdom of Solomon 14, and I'm gonna start at 10. That's what you was holding, brother. Go ahead, I'll let you read. Go ahead, bro.
I mean, go ahead. You got it.
Start at 10, brother.
Okay.
No, I was at 13. So
Yeah,
I'm at 13.
I was gonna start at or 12. I was.
I'm in 13, bro. You say you in 14?
I was gonna start at.
No, I'm talking about the chapter.
Oh, I'm at 14.
All right, yeah, I'm in 13.
While y'all getting that together, let me grab this. This is Psalms 78. I'll start at 55. It says, He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them in inheritance by line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents. Yet they tempted and provoked the Most High power, and kept not his testimonies, but turned back and dealt unfaithfully like their fathers. They were turned aside like a deceitful bow. For they provoked him to anger with their high places, and moved him to jealousy with their graven images. Them high places are today, these churches. These are the high places today. All right? And you're still provoking them, in these churches, and not serving the true and living power and truth and sincerity, in truth and in spirit. All right? So yeah, them high places, the same churches today that you still provoking Yahawashi and Yahawashi. Go ahead, Doc.
Go ahead,
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14, and I'm gonna start at 8. It says, "But that which is made with hands is cursed as well." I can't read it out.
All right, what verse? I got you, I know.
Yeah, my eyes.
What verse? 14 and 12.
Yeah.
I got you, bro. No problem. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12. That punch is gonna make just make it.
Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12.
This is perfect. Yeah, start at 7 or 8.
Okay.
Up a little bit.
Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon. I'm gonna start at
It's really old thing. It's really good.
7. For blessed is the wood whereby. Just walk back. Come on, brothers.
Walk by, sit down, bro. Shalom.
Now I'm trying to break it down, man. For blessed is the wood whereby righteousness cometh, but that which is made with hands is cursed, as well it as he that made it. He because he made it, and it because being corruptible, it was called God. For the ungodly and his ungodliness are both alike hateful unto the Most High. But that which is made shall be punished together with him that made it. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles, shall there be a visitation. All right, that's how, which let you know what the definition of Gentiles is in that 1 Corinthians 12, man. Going after idols. That's why Jacob was called Gentiles, man. They wasn't obeying the Lord. Whether they just was atheists, didn't believe in no God, and was just being wicked. That's still idolaters, man. That's what we read in Colossians 3. Because in their creature of the Most High, they are becoming abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and the snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idol was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. But by the vainglory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. Alright, hold on, let me skip down real quick. Now it's going to Caesar Borgia.
Yeah.
And just being wooed off the look of it. Shit.
Can you jump to
verse 20.
Yeah, I was gonna say 22. You was gonna go one of them.
Moreover, verse 22. Moreover, this was not enough for them. They erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in a great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. For whilst they slew their children of sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
Yeah.
Hey, every time you listen to a 2 Chainz song, you're down with the adultery, if you're down with the OPP, if you're down with the fucking just crazy ass revelings like Matched Burning Man and all that weird ass shit. Hey, or any fucking masonry, these secret ass societies and all that shit. Guess what, man? You're dealing with idolatry, man. you're dealing with doctrines and ways of devils, man.
Yes.
You're worshiping devils. What verse is that? Okay, verse 24. They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer and defiled homosexuality, because you're fucking defiling your life. But either one slew another treacherously, or grieved them by adultery, which is going to murder, actually, Salaki. But homosexuality, it says, seen as bloodshed. So they're still treacherously slaying somebody. So that there reigned in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, simulation, corruption, unfaithfulness to most, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgiveness of good terms. Hey, even if you forgetting to, like if somebody look out for you, you don't really pay them back, and you're just a wicked motherfucker, you're not having that type of righteous judgment and relationship with somebody, guess what, man? That's counted as wickedness and idolatry. Defiling of souls, changing of kinds, fucking Bruce gender, disorder in marriages, a bitch that's out of fucking order, a nigga like his woman to be the fucking head of the household. Guess what? That's fucking idolatrous. Adultery and shameless uncleanness, for the worshiping of idols not to be named as the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. For either they are mad when they be married. For either they are mad when they be married. Hey, look, you can't, a bunch of niggas or anybody in the fucking world, even fucking crackers, they get drunk together. When they get drunk together, they fucking mad, man. How you fucking supposed to be having this joyous occasion and y'all getting on into it, bugged out and shit, man?
Hey, what's the saying go? You can't get niggas together?
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or that's, I know it's the truth.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen so many so-called blacks and Latinos come together like the brothers do, man. Ain't never be no fucking problem, man.
Yep.
That's what you know. Hey, how should I say, just off topic, since we mentioned it, this is how you should know what the Jewish disciples who love one another.
That's right.
That's how I know it's the truth.
That's right.
Or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. For so much as their trust is in idols, which have no life, though they swear falsely, yet they look not to be hurt. That was it. But I'm keep reading just to finish the chapter up. Howbeit for both causes shall they justly be punished, both because they thought not well of the Most High, giving heed unto idols, and also were justly sworn to seek despising holiness. And man, I know niggas like that. I knew my fucking cousin was one, the biggest one. Will stay swearing. I swear to God, they be fucking lying. They don't care about it. They man is just another idol. They're talking about white Jesus and all this shit. Hey, but the Lord looks at that. For the record, for it is not the power of them by whom they swear, but it is the just vengeance of sinners that punisheth always the offense of the ungodly, man. Hey, so the Lord is finna get on y'all niggas, man. Hey, and judge starts the house of Israel. So you people claiming Israel was mixing the cup of the Lord with the cup of devils. Hey, Yahawashi Shai is not gonna let that go, man. Your sins will find you out. Hey, it says he shall pay you back to your face. You know, I don't want that, man.
Hell no.
Hey, man, you ever saw a fucking pit bull fight a chihuahua? Like Buddy Mike said, man, hell no. No, it ain't pretty. Shit.
This Habakkuk 2:18. It says, what profit the graven image that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image and a teacher of lies.
Right, and that's the whole thing, the teacher of lies, man. So idolaters ain't just worshiping this fucking piece of stone or some shit, because it comes with a doctrine, man. It comes with a fucking doctrine. Yep. That's why Esau promotes the shit they promote, man, because it puts a certain wicked vibration out there to further push more wickedness. Hey, when you read Esther, what's Esther? When the king called his queen, she called
and
queen.
She didn't come?
Yeah.
Yes, Esther.
And they said, do you see how great wickedness is going to come out? So when certain wickedness goes out, vibrations come, and that shit furthers it, man.
Yep.
That's the whole mission of the idol, to further the wickedness. What did it say? When she disobeyed, he said, look, his councilman told him, she just do the sin against you. It's to all the men. They wouldn't gonna hear this shit and do the same thing.
Yep.
That the beginning, the cause, and the end of all wickedness, man, idolatry.
Yep.
Go ahead, Slocky.
No, because I had some precepts. I thought you was done.
No, it says that the maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols.
Dumb. Mute idols that can't speak, can't move, can't eat. Even though the Lord lead, but he couldn't even fucking wanted to. Yep. These motherfuckers can't do shit. They going, hey, just like Daniel put that shit in that dragon mouth and blew it up. All these idols finna get blown up, man. Thermonuclear destruction, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It says, "Woe unto him that said to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise."
So, Ishmael, you niggas following after him, you fucking idiots, woe unto you, man. Hey, you following after fucking Cesare Borgia and that cross, it woe unto you. If you got doctrine from the Catholic Church and claiming to be Israel, woe unto you.
That's right. That's right.
If you're teaching that Mary was a virgin, that's Catholicism. You're gonna be fucked up, man. That's still, you ain't let go of Egypt yet, nigga. You done found, you done all this shit, found your Israelite, and you still trying to say Mary's a virgin. You ain't let go of Egypt yet.
Yep. It says, it shall teach. I'm gonna read it again. It says, "Woe unto him that said to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it."
No breath, meaning life, and also fucking wisdom. You can't gain it from it. I think these motherfuckers, heaven's idols, are the dumbest shits. That's why these other guys that's hating that we still got 100% truth, they fucking, when you deal with them, really fucking dumb, because what they dealing with ain't got no fucking breath, man.
Yep.
Clouds of great swelling with no water, man. Go
ahead, yeah.
Doctors of devils.
Right, Khan. And so we have to understand, man, that right now in these times that we living in, all right, it's still that going on, man. And at an all-time high.
Yeah.
All right? All type of idols, man, and all type of people just worshiping, just newly shit come up. You know what I'm saying? And then they digging it. But I'm gonna hit a couple scriptures and make a point. This is Galatians 1 and 4. It says, "Who gave himself for our sins, that he might deliver us from this present evil world, according to the will of the Most High, our Father." All right, this is a present evil world that we're living in, and who's in control of it? Read that.
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, who covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
All right, so the true judges thereof he covered, but the point is the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Man, I gotta go.
Go ahead.
This is Ephesians 2:1. "And you had the quickened, you were dead in trespasses and sins, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the power, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience."
All right. So, which that's Satan is basically has been given control.
That's right.
All right, and then who is Satan's physical counterpart? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom, who's in control right now. That's why this is a present evil world. Read.
It's Proverbs 29:2. "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn."
And people are mourning all over the world because the righteous are not in authority. But the wicked is in authority because the Most High has given them the time right now, all right, to have the rule. All right. Now, this is 1 Corinthians 1 and 20. It says, "Where is the wise? Where is the scribe? Where is the disputer of this world? Have not God made foolish the wisdom of this world?" So if they saying something is wisdom or something is what's up and it's fine and it's cool, to the Most High and to the men of the Most High, it's foolish.
And that proves reincarnation, really. Reincarnation is every fucking one. Because everybody say what? YOLO. You only live once. Like Wisdom Solomon 2 say. That's the thought of the wicked, man. You know, which they thought not right. Alright, so, hey, what's ever promoting this world, man, you can bet your bottom dollar that shit is going on, man. So that's gonna be idolatrous.
Yeah, the wickedness are the wicked are ruling. So this is a present evil world full of wickedness, and the wicked are in rulership, right? In Sirach 19 and 22, it says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. So neither at any time the counsel of sinners. Esau is, the so-called white man is clean contrary to the Most High and the laws of the Most High. But now they took this book in their hands, so now they sinners too. And that's why it says the counsel of sinners is not prudence. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. All right. Now back in 1 Corinthians 1 and I'll start at 6. It says, I'll start at 5. 4. It says, and my speech and my preaching, so the true men of the Lord are saying this, and my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of spirit and of power, that your faith should not stand in the wisdom of men, but in the power of the Most High. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. Who's ruling this world right now? Esau, the so-called white man, is ruling this earth right now. The wicked, right? But it just said, howbeit we speak the wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world. So if we're speaking the truth, the world is not going to accept it. It said the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, because I have taken you out of the world hates you. And guess what? The world hates us. So if the world don't hate you and what you believe and who you're worshiping, if they don't hate you, you're not in the truth. What you believe in is not truth. It's lies. It's wisdom of men. It says how.
I was talking about something.
It says, howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor of the princes of this world that come to naught. All right? But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would have not crucified the Lord of glory. All right? So if the princes of this world, the rulers of this world right now, knew the truth, they wouldn't have never killed Yahawashi. All right? But they don't know. That's why it did happen. And even unto this day, they don't know. All right? All they do know is that, yeah, we are the Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites. We are the chosen people. All right? They know that. But as far as the deep mystery and, wisdom and deep things that's given to the Israelites, the elect of the Israelites, they don't know. All right? And if we're teaching this truth, guess what? In Peter's it says the truth shall be evil spoken of. So if you're not being evil spoken of, matter of fact, if I may, real quick, go ahead.
Right, and the scripture says,
go ahead, brother. Hey, brother, pay attention.
The scripture says that the Most High chose the foolish to confound the world, man. So then the Most High chose the foolish, so the world, so man will glory on man's wisdom, man. You know what I'm saying? No, that's all I say.
Right. Well, since you said that, in 1 Corinthians 2 and 27, it says, but the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world, because to the world we're foolish.
Right.
To the world we are foolish. But it says that the Most High has chosen the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. And the Most High have chosen the weak things of this world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world, and things which are despised, we despise. They talk all manner of shit about us. We're dumb, we don't know what we're talking about, we out wearing dresses, we're stupid, we're foolish. Alright? But
go ahead. No, which is the point I was going to make. It says, because it said they look at it as foolish. the Most High called what we doing foolish.
That's right. The
You know?
foolishness of preaching.
You know?
Yep.
And then it's a beautiful thing because as it is written, it says, let him become a fool that he may become wise.
That's right.
Isaiah 19. Though fools, they shall not err. So, you know, we'll be fools for Yahawashi's sake, but guess what? We
That's
shall
right.
not err.
That's right.
That's simple, man. And to show you guys are really the fools, man, we all wearing dresses. Every time you put clothes on, you say, I'm getting dressed. Assholes.
So, finishing up this 1 Corinthians 1 and 28, it says, and base things of the world and things which are despised hath God chosen. Yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are. So we're bringing to naught those who are in the world that think you are, that think you're teaching the truth, that think you know something, that think you're teaching some wisdom. All right, we're here to tear that down. And you know, to y'all, we pieces of shit. We broke, we ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? We got just enough for our daily bread. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this world, man. Yahawashi, the Lord, our Lord and Savior, man, wasn't about this world, man. He said he from above, man.
Foxes have holes, but the Son of Man had no place to lay his head.
Right, right. And, man, you got to think about it. Here it is, all the prophets, all the disciples and apostles, Yahawashi himself were all talked about, you know, killed, basically, you know, jailed, you know, oh man, they don't know shit. What didn't they call Paul, like, you know, like unlearned or something? You know what I'm saying?
No,
What was that? Peter, Peter and one of the other apostles, unlearned. Yeah, Peter and John, unlearned. You know what I'm saying? See, but he has took those people to bring to naught those who think they are. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why Yahawashi said that he hid it from the wise and he showed it unto babes. You know, roughly paraphrasing, you know.
Kind. That's why in Luke 6 he said this. He said, I'll start at 20. It says, and he lifted up his eyes upon his disciples and said, blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name as evil for the sons of man's sake. So they ain't just doing it because you're just doing some bad stuff in the world, or doing some wickedness, or doing something, you stealing or whatever. No. They reproaching you and separating you from their company and casting your name out as evil for the son of man's sake. Because you're speaking the truth about Yahweh, about Hashem, Yahawashi. You're speaking the true doctrine. So now they hate you. Now they reproach you. Now they separate from you. All right? If this is not happening to you, you just might not be in the truth. It says, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Same thing happened unto the true men of the Lord all the time. It says, but woe unto ye that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto ye that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto ye that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers.
GMS is the most hated in Israel. GMS make Israel look bad. You know what we say to that? Thank you, man. Hey, all things are double. Don't rappers say you need haters. We need you haters, because guess what that shows, man? We in the truth, man.
Yeah, well, it says that when that happens, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. They hate on me. They reproaching me because I'm speaking the truth in Yahawashi. Yes! Yes! You know what I'm saying? Leap for joy.
Hey, but it's just like niggas in the world. A nigga feel like he ain't make it unless he got haters.
That's right.
If you ain't got haters, you ain't shit.
Right.
That's a true statement, actually.
Yeah, even against Issachar, bro, it's like, oh, fucking, you hang around fucking mayates, man, morenos, man, stinky ass niggas, man.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even take showers. That's what they say, man.
Yeah.
And
Right, and see, and those are those of the other nations that's still in this world. Fucking Mexicans want to be white and shit. You know what I'm saying? So they'll look at their own brothers, the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You know, stinky niggers. You know, they do the same shit the crackers do.
But yet,
go ahead,
brother.
Yeah.
But no, but yet they worshiping motherfucking Mary.
Right.
Or which what they think is Mary is actually Semiramis.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
They think they worshiping the savior of the scriptures, but it's actually Tammuz.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Yep. And the same thing going on in these churches. You know what I'm saying? They think that they're doing, no, but all that goes back to some Babylonian pagan philosophies, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? What y'all worship in these churches today, man, even if you got this book, you know what I'm saying? You are not worshiping him in spirit and in truth, and you will pay for it. All right? We in our captivity still to this day. They never let us go. Somebody grab that in Jeremiah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
This John, you quoted this earlier. It's John 15 and 18. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hates you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were of the world will love its own. But because you are not of the world, I have told you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
That's right, man. And hey, if you are in this world and doing the things that they accept, or basically worshiping something that they accept, and it's fine and coexist. You can go to church and it's cool. You know, you don't get talked about. Matter of fact, you looked at like you holier than thou.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
When they see the thief, they consent with it.
Exactly.
They find this strange. Hey, look, when you in the world doing whatever fucking wickedness you're doing, nobody really gives a shit. They cool with you, your family cool. But then you get the truth. Look, you can be a nigga that's still from your fucking family, they still cool. They don't talk about you, they talk about what you when you in truth. That's madness. You know, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Gang banging. They'd rather you be gang banging, selling drugs, killing motherfuckers, more than they would want you into this truth.
Yep.
I gotta make a point.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
It's like you cost them more money being in the world. You know, let's say you're in the streets, you're dealing drugs, you gotta get bailed out your car. You come to the truth, you don't cost them no money. They still,
Yeah.
it ain't more.
Hey, but the scriptures say that is going to happen. If you in this truth, men shall hate you. Men shall separate themselves from you. You know. But let me finish this 26. It says, "Woe unto Luke 6 and 26. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets."
Up, Nate. I guess you don't make the cut.
You don't, man. Faith-based Israelites.
Top and GOCC. I guess you're not making the cut, man. Because Ahaya is not the name. Oh, Shabbat, you just failed it.
Right.
The John 3:16.
Yeah.
Hey.
I guess you serving items too.
Because guess what? Not only are we hated in just the whole wide world, but also the world of Israel.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? All these Israelite camps, oh man, GMS is the worst. So if you're looking at the Bible and you're reading it, then you'd be like, well, damn. The prophets was the worst. The disciples and apostles was the worst. Yahawashi was the worst. You know, so we in good company.
Right. Hey, think of it. Don't they got the group of the Israel? What's it called again? What
Yashara, I think.
right. Mashiach Yashara, the government of Israel. All these different Israelite camps coming together that got different doctrines, call them different names, all coming together, but they did not even invite us to the motherfucking party. You motherfuckers. You motherfuckers.
Hey, even if you did invite us, we wouldn't have
You
came.
could at least gave us a chance to rip the shit up and talk shit on you. God damn, man, you hate us that fucking much?
Right.
Let's get all Israel together, not them GMS guys. Fucking thank you, because all they do is show that all of y'all are fucking going off.
Yep.
And we on point. We enter the spirit power Yahawashi Yahawashi. And we stay on point for the record. So
no, one of the last things the brother said is, shit, I forgot. But anyway, the point is, it goes back to, y'all can't see this truth. And the reason you can't see the truth is because you're joined unto idols.
John
it goes
43, hell yeah.
John 8 and what the brother said, and it goes back to Psalms 115 that we read. Those that are that worship them shall be likened unto them. They have eyes and can't see. They have ears and can't hear. Right? And so it goes back to the same thing. When you worship your idols, you shall be likened unto that idol. A dead thing. That's why the nations are called the dead. That's why we wander out of the way of understanding. Go ahead, brother. I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead, you got it.
No, but when we wander out of the way of understanding, we as an Israelites, then we're called dead. That's when in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, it says the valley was full of dry bones, man. Right. Because, hey, we was dead, man. Until we got this, the skin put on us and the breath put in us. What's that breath? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You know? So this is you through with that?
Yeah, come.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 13 and verse 10. It says, "But miserable are they, and in dead things is their hope." So Most High in Christ is a dead thing, man. Ahaya, Ashar, Yeshaya, whatever the fuck, that shit is a dead thing, man. Yahweh,
Jesus, all that shit.
All that.
Yeah, man.
You gonna play yogurt?
Hey, the Lord got a special death for that nigga, man. It says, "Who called them gods, which are the works of men's hands, gold and silver, to show art in, and resemblances of beasts, or a stone good for nothing, the work of an ancient hand. Now a carpenter that felleth timber, after he had sawn down a tree, meet for the purpose, and taken off all the bark skillfully round about, and hath wrought it handsomely, and made a vessel thereof fit for the service of man's life. And after spending the refuse of his work to dress his meat, hath filled himself, and taketh the very refuse among those which serve to no use, being a crooked piece of wood and full of knots, have carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do."
Right. So he done took the wood, made something he needed good for. He could have made a motherfucking tire on a table, had some left over, made fire so he could eat and shit. And last, he's like, "This is the piece that's gonna be that you'll throw in a wood chip or throw away some shit." He's sitting there bored and shit. And got done. He probably beat off 10 times. Made up some fake rules to this guy. You know what? Let me make this guy. This the God's worship when you want to beat off 10 times.
Bro, it says has carved it diligently when he had nothing else to do. So like I said, he was just sitting there. Like, what? Let me make Jesus.
Right.
You just thought of some shit and formed it by the skill of his understanding and fashioned it to the image of a man, or made it like some vile beast, laying it over with vermilion and with paint, coloring it red and covering every spot therein. And when he had made a convenient room for it, set it in a wall and made it fast with iron, nailed it down, right? For he provided for it that it might not fall. We don't provide for Yahawashi Yahawashi. Yahawashi Yahawashi provides for us.
Hey, that's why dude, when the ark was finna flip over, he grabbed it, he's got killed because the Lord told him don't touch it, man. And Lord wasn't finna let it fall, man. He don't need the help.
It says, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image and have need of help. Right? Can you get that in the first Samuel? I got you over, brother.
This is 1 Samuel 5:3. And when they of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the
right, matter of fact, start at once so brothers can understand.
This is 1 Samuel 5:1. And the Philistines took the ark of Yahweh and brought it from Ebenezer.
Right, so the Philistines took the ark, man. Our ark. You know, go ahead.
Unto Ashdod. When the Philistines took the ark of Yahweh, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon.
Right. Now Dagon is the idol of the Philistines. Right?
Hey, the same thing that the fucking Pope put on this goddamn chrome, man. His
That's
head,
right.
man.
That's right.
Hey, that Dagon fish, the same fucking fish that you motherfucking so-called Jesus lovers put on the back of your car and got the name Jesus written in that, man. This is the idol y'all really worship, man.
Yeah, right.
Hey, y'all, I'm telling you, hey, it wouldn't be written if it wasn't so. You cannot mix the Lord's cup with the cup of devils. But people that's doing it, man. Ain't nothing new hell. And Slocky, brother, one quick thing. When the Syrians had set up the Hamites in our land, they had to learn our ways. They would do our customs. They still kept their idols in their crib and was worshiping them.
That's right.
Ain't the first time. Even Israel would do it. Israel had was supposed to serve Yahweh, and they would do the sacrifice and keep it and serve that, but they would take an idol and then put the name Yahweh on it.
And I was about to say, man, the majority of them that say it, they do that, those type of things. The Northern Kingdom, man. Northern Kingdom be about that day in God. They don't even know about, man. The whole Pope worship and all that, man. It's all about. It goes back to scriptures, man. Ephraim joined to idols, man.
Hey, it was good to see that there's an episode that I seen on Vice. It was about Northern Kingdom in Mexico about idols. And this dude, he goes into a cave and he starts showing all the idols. He said, and he was showing them an idol for this, an idol for that, an idol for this guy, an idol for that guy. So it was all a room full of idols. And that shit was just bugged out. Ephraim, man. God. This is 1 Samuel 5:3. And when day of Ashdod arose early on the morrow, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the earth before the ark of Yahweh.
Right. So this fucking idol was face down, man. Which represents, man, our power is the power of the Lord. You know, the power of the Lord. Our power is the real power of this earth.
The power of the Lord.
You know, it is the power of the Lord. Yahweh is God. Go ahead, bro.
And they took Dagon and set him on his place again. And
look, motherfucker didn't pick itself up.
Which goes back to this wisdom of Solomon. It says, knowing that it was unable to help itself, for it is an image and have need of help. Right? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 4. And when they arose early on the morrow morning, behold, Dagon was fallen on his face to the ground before the ark of Yahweh.
Again, man. Go ahead.
And the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold.
Right, man. So the Lord beheaded this idol, man, in his hands. Keep going, brother.
Only the stump of Dagon was left to him.
Keep going.
Therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that had come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon and Ashdod unto this day.
Right. So they was even scared to even like well, fuck it, man. You know, because it's a fucking idol. Now this back in Wisdom of Solomon 13, now in verse 17. It says, then maketh he prayer for his goods, for his wife and children, and is not ashamed to speak to that which hath no life. For health, he calleth upon that which is weak. For life, prayer to that which is dead. For aid, humbly beseecheth that which hath least means to help.
Humbly though.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? They come humbly to
they can humble down to this fucking idol, but they can't humble down to Yahawashi.
Well, the idol comes where you can two grown ass swole dudes can 69 each other.
Damn.
All right,
God
you can fuck what was it? You can fuck any man's woman. I'm trying to think of the saying. It was a guy. He had 32 wives. 3 of his own, 29 belonged to other men. And then it was like he used to always say nobody misses a slice from the loaf. You know, so that's how they fucking mind think, man. Because with idolatry, what we read earlier in 14, man, all that wickedness come along with. You can get your dick inverted to make a vagina. All right.
Right.
You can do all type of. You can have revelings without fucking discipline. All right.
Right. That's
Let me finish this, bro. It says, and for a good journey, he asketh of that which cannot set a foot forward.
Can you help me? How many nuggets do I need to go to? This motherfucker never took a step in his life. But you asked him to help you get some fucking love.
Help me, please.
Right.
Right.
Hey, and I have to say, that's Allah.
Oh shit.
That's Buddha. That's if you serve Jehovah's Witness. You call yourself a Baptist, Catholic, Lutheran, Pentecostal, Seventh-day Adventist, missionary, apostolistic,
Israel United in Christ.
Israel United in Christ,
GOCC.
you know,
ISUBK.
right, yeah, you know, that's not the truth, man. That's not the truth. Go ahead.
It says, and for gaining and getting, and for good success of his hands, asketh ability to do of him that is most unable to do anything.
Damn. Most
So who?
unable.
He made the damn idol. Who would he pray to make that craftsmanship? Idol didn't exist yet, man.
Damn.
And that's basically what you guys are doing, man. If you serve anything outside of Yahawashi, you're as retarded as that guy right there. Who shamelessly talked to this dead motherfucking thing.
But they call us great.
Right.
God, is that it?
Yeah, that was it on this. Yeah.
Thing is man, if you not, I'm gonna read this Luke 6 again in 22, because this is the Lord speaking. He said, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast your name out as evil for the Son of Man's sake." So, if you're calling yourself worshiping something, or call yourself believing in something, or call yourself a teacher of any, religion or whatever it is, if you're not being reproached, if your name is not being cast out as evil, if people not hating you and separating you from their company, you ain't in the truth. Because the Lord, it says, arm yourself likewise, of what the Lord went through. All right? This is what the Lord went through. So he said, arm yourself likewise. If you not going through this same thing, not on just, oh yeah, I deal with stuff in the world, because we all dealing with the curses. But if you're not dealing with this because of what you believe and what you teach, then you ain't in the truth. You don't have the truth.
Because if you ain't going through that as you spoke, then you're not serving Yahawashi Yahawashi.
Yeah, and you going through it specifically because of what you teach and what you believe and how you live.
And if you ain't going through that, you serving an idol then.
That's it.
Bottom line.
you serving an idol then.
That's it. Anybody got something else?
I got one more.
There you go.
Isaiah 46:5. To whom will you liken me and make me equal and compare me that we may be alike? They lavish gold out of the bag and weigh silver in the balance and hire a goldsmith, and he maketh it a god. They fall down, yea, they worship. They bear him upon the shoulder, they carry him and set him in his place, and he standeth from his place. Shall he not remove? Yea, one shall cry unto him, yet can he not answer, nor save him out of his trouble. And that's basically, that's what all the idols are, man. You will call them idols, you're going to try to call them idols when the missiles come, man, and we going to see how much they're going to deliver your ass, man.
That's right. And here it is, something that's made all beautified with gold and this, that, and the other thing, and all just nice and good, and you sitting up here worshiping that shit. Same thing with all the smooth words, all the good, fair speeches, and nice, and I come in, thank you, God, and you know what I'm saying, all beautiful and nice and big words, and that's bullshit too. All right. So, anybody else got something? Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is 1 Kings 18:21. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If Yahweh be powered, follow him.
That's right.
But if Baal, then follow him. And the people answered him not a word. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of Yahweh, but Baal's prophets are 450 men. Let them therefore give us 2 bullocks, and let them choose 1 bullock for themselves, and cut it in pieces, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under it. And I will dress the other bullock, and lay it on wood, and put no fire under it. And call ye on the name of your powers, and I will call on the name of Yahweh. And the power that answereth by fire, let him be power. And all the people answered and said, It is well spoken. And Elijah said unto the prophets of Baal, Choose you 1 bullock for yourselves, and dress it first, for ye are many, and call on the name of your powers, but put no fire under it. And they took the bullock which was given them, and they dressed it, and called on the name of Baal from morning even unto noon, saying, O Baal, hear us. But there was no voice, nor any that answered. And they leaped upon the altar which was made.
Right. So nothing answered. So they leaped on that motherfucker.
They made them.
Bro, they left on it. Probably got the dancing foot working on that motherfucker, like trying to make something happen, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Verse 27. And it came to pass at noon that Elijah mocked them and said, Cry aloud, for he is a power.
Right.
Either,
Keep going.
either he is talking, or he is pursuing, or he is in the journey, or peradventure he sleepeth and must be awake. And they cry aloud and cut themselves after their manner with knives and lances, till the blood gushed out upon them. And it came to pass, when midday was past, and they prophesied until the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that there was neither voice, nor any to answer, nor any to regard, nor any that regarded. And Elijah said unto all the people, Come near unto me. And all the people came near unto him. And he repaired the altar of Yahweh that was broken down. And Elijah took 12 stones according to the number of the tribes of the sons of Jacob, unto whom the word of Yahweh came, saying, Israel shall be thy name. And with the stones he built an altar in the name of Yahweh. And he made a trench about the altar as great as would contain 2 measures of seed. And he put the wood in order, and cut the bullock in pieces, and laid him on the wood, and said, Fill 4 barrels with water, and pour it on the burnt sacrifice, and on the wood.
So right, he didn't just do it dry. He poured water on it. 4 barrels of water, right? Go ahead.
And he said, Do it the second time. And they did it the second time.
So they refilled the 4 barrels and poured it again. Go ahead.
And he said, Do it the third time. And they did it the third time.
So 3 times they filled 4 barrels. Go ahead.
And the water ran round about the altar, and he filled the trench also with water. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice, that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art power in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word. Hear me, O Yahweh, hear me, that this people may know that thou art Yahweh power, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Then the fire of Yahweh fell, and consumed the burnt sacrifice, and the wood, and the stones, and the dust, and licked up the water that was in the trench. And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, Yahweh, he is the power. Yahweh, he is the power.
Hey, read verse 40. Yeah.
And Elijah said unto them, Take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to brook Kishon, and slew them there.
And that's what's about to happen again, man. You know, it's about to be manifest that Yahweh is the only true and living power. It's about to be made manifest real soon. It's going to be too late. All right. And then another thing I like in that scripture, how he said, hey, Elijah was by himself, and it was what, 400 of them. That reminds me of this scripture right here, Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
That's right.
For wide is the gate and broad is the way. So wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go thereat. 400 people at a time could fit in that way. You know what I'm saying? But it says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So there's only a few that's in this truth. All right? You think about all these religions and philosophies out there. Is it a few or many? You think about the Christians. Is it few or many?
That's the majority of the world.
You think about the Catholics. Few or many?
On the other hand,
Like they Christians. Yeah. Same thing.
Jehovah's Witness. Same thing. But still, many. You know what I'm saying? In each sect.
Yeah, that's bugged out.
Each daughter of Catholicism is many.
In which Islam, don't you assholes, is a daughter of Catholicism.
That's it. See, but the truth, only a few. Just like Elijah. He said, hey, there's one of me. You know what I'm saying? 400 of y'all. And it's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? So all you that's in these religions that's being accepted and it's cool with the world.
Getting on BET. You an Israelite on BET. Alright, nigga.
Right. So, anybody else got something?
I got this last one.
Go ahead.
But just like how you said it's going to happen again,
Come.
how did they realize it? It
Fire.
said that fire fell, which was that laser that came out that chariot. So the Lord coming with nuclear fire and the laser's going to come again, man. You know? And that's how they going to know again, you know? But go ahead, brother. We ended on that.
This is Judges 10 and 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other powers. Wherefore I will deliver you no more.
Mm-hmm.
Go and cry unto the powers which ye have chosen.
So go cry to the gods that ye chose. Go ahead.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Matter of fact, read it, brother.
Yeah, that's the spirit, because I was going to let it go. Hey, this Jeremiah 2 and 27. Saying to a stock, thou art my father, to a stone, thou hast brought me forth. They have turned their back unto me and not their face, but in the time of their trouble they will say, arise and save us. And that's why Yahawashi says there's going to be some that call upon his name. He will say, I have not known thee, man.
That's right.
Because you thought you were serving Yahawashi, you were serving idols, man, and we told you so.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Yep, because you wasn't teaching the correct doctrine, as the brother read earlier. What was that? Romans 6:16.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And that John 8:31 through what was it, 37, and skip down to 43 to 44.
Yep.
1 Corinthians 10:22.
And 2 Timothy 2 and 15. You know what I'm saying? And that rightly divided is from the Greek word orthotomeo, which means teaching this truth directly and correctly. You gotta to teach it, believe in it directly and correctly.
But where are thy gods that thou hast made thee? Let them arise, if they can save thee in the time of trouble. For according to the number of thy cities are thy gods, O Judah.
Right.
And you motherfuckers watching basketball, and all the basketball gods, let them win.
Right.
You motherfuckers, the fire god, yes, I need the fire god to come and do this shit. All type of weird shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore will ye plead with me? Y'all have transgressed against me, saith the Lord. I have not known you, man. You work of iniquity, man.
Yep. Hey, so call on your play yogurt in that day, nigga.
Right. Exactly.
Call on Jesus Christ. Call on Most High. Call on the higher and all that bullshit, man.
Yep.
And it's gonna be just like the priests of Baal.
Yep.
You're gonna continue to cry, and ain't shit gonna be answered, man.
Shit. In vain have I smitten your children, they receive no correction. Your own sword have devoured your prophets like a destroying lion, man. Hey, you gotta remember back then the Israelites that had Yahawashi killed were Israelites that knew they were Israelites.
Yeah.
Hey, it says the worst of it says especially them of the circumcision. That's the most wicked niggas, man. That's your other fucking camps, man. Y'all want to get at us the most. These other niggas, they want to get at us. They don't even really think about it. They ain't considering it, man. After we done did on them, they ass go home, smoke a couple blunts. They forgot they even talked to our ass. Honestly, they ass forgot. We had a whole conversation over on that what they say, the Tuka pack. It's more. O generation, see the word of Yahweh. Have I been a wilderness unto Israel, a land of darkness? Wherefore say my people, we are lords, we will come no more unto thee. Can a maid forget her ornaments or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. Alright, it's a scripture that says, fuck, I just forgot it. Wherefore say my people, we are lords, we will come no more unto thee. I fucking forgot it that fast. I read the next verse. Fuck, I'm gonna read the verse over. O generation, see the word of Yahweh. Have I been a wilderness unto Israel, or a land of darkness? Wherefore say my people, we are lords, we will come no more unto thee. Oh, did not having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, man. That's you fucking niggas that know y'all Israel was still going off.
That's right.
Alright? Y'all going about your own thing, about your own doctrine. Y'all not coming through that straight gate. Entering in, like you said, you gotta follow Yahawashi. You can't climb over, you can't go this way, you can't go that way. You gotta follow Yahawashi in the order he set up. You gotta come through the Jeremiah 3:15. The prophets to lead. If you stray outside of that, you're being idolatrous.
Because it ain't nothing worse than a nigga, right? It ain't nothing worse than a nigga that know he is real. Because the scripture speaks about those that are circumcision whose mouths must be stopped,
Especially
man.
they kind.
Especially they of the circumcision, man.
Can a maid forget her ornaments or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
It's like, and that's what I wanted to add on to what I just said, because I had forgot it, but the Spirit brought it back. Because it speaks about especially day of the circumcision. Yahawashi said that the wicked Pharisees compass water and sea and everything, and they make 2 times the children of hell, man. So it ain't nothing worse than a nigga that know he is real, man. So I bro.
No, that was it on that.
Yeah, so I mean, so that was it there. Everybody cool? So man, hey, with that, man, we hope you brothers are edified, you know, because, man, if you ain't, like the brother said, going through the straight gate in Matthew 7, you know, if you ain't going through the sheepfold in John 10, going through Yahawashi, then you're in another doctrine, you're following idols, man.
That's right.
You know? So with that, we hope you brothers are edified, man. All honor, glory, and praise be unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi.
Double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you brothers who preach in the gospel in truth and in sincerity and with all charity. Shalom.
Shalom.